Hi everybody! Today, let's join Factory Vibes TV as we explore the secret behind the door of one of the largest cigarette factories in the world.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, an estimated 28.3 million adults in the United States smoke cigarettes. And approximately 2.8 million middle and high school students in the United States use at least one tobacco product.
What makes cigarettes so enticing? I'll head to the factory to see how the cigarette-making process unfolds.
Embark on a discovery quest. Subscribe to Captain Discovery now. This video discourages cigarette use due to its health risks. Before the advent of modern cigarettes, plant leaves have been utilized since ancient times. The Maya and Aztec people used them for thousands of years as tobacco leaves.
In the 16th century, Europe imported tobacco and introduced it to America through exploration.
Initially, it was used for medical and recreational purposes. By the 19th century, cigarettes became a staple in American consumer culture.
However, scientific research revealed its health hazards, leading to efforts to minimize its usage. How are cigarettes manufactured?
Here on the farm, the crop is meticulously treated. This specialized tractor ensures every leaf.
The journey begins in the flatland area of North Carolina, where springtime is ideal for planting. Skilled workers fill trays with soil in the nursery area.
An automatic seeding machine evenly spreads seeds onto the soil.
Before planting can begin, the greenhouse floor is meticulously prepared, ensuring the perfect conditions for the young tobacco seedling.
This delicate aquatic placement is crucial. The seeded white styrofoam trays are carefully floated in the greenhouse's shallow blue water.
The trays are now filled with seeds inside the greenhouse.
Inside the greenhouse, the young tobacco plants are cultivated in shallow water pools. The farm worker carefully inspects the root systems for robust growth.
The farm worker performs a precise trimming technique to ensure uniform crop development.
The farm worker meticulously adjusts the cutting tool, ensuring the uniformity needed for the next stage. This greenhouse.
After 7 weeks in the nursery, the seedlings are ready for transplanting.
A team of farm workers coordinates to move the mature seedlings from the greenhouse pools. They quickly stack the heavy tray.
A machine automatically plants the seedlings into the soil, where they receive daily care and grow tall.
Resembling a 5 to 6-year-old child.
To ensure a healthy yield, specialized high-clearance tractors carefully administer a fine mist of crop protection over the young tobacco leaves. In July, tobacco plants begin flowering, prompting farmers to drive cutting machines across the fields to remove the tops of the plants, maximizing nutrient concentration in the leaves.
Here we see the mechanical topping process, where specialized blades snip the tops of the plants as the machine moves through the field. Farmers simultaneously spray growth inhibitors on the plants. After a month, the tobacco plants turn yellow, indicating they're ready for harvesting. The green tractor moves slowly down the rows, its specialized machinery carefully stripping the mature tobacco leaves.
To handle this massive volume, the farm workers coordinate the tractors side by side. One operates the harvester, while the other pulls.
A digging machine digs deep into the soil, lifting the plants and transferring them to bins on trucks. The harvest is collected in massive quantities, demonstrating the sheer scale of the operation. Once the bins are full, this year's weather is relatively favorable, so farmers have a good harvest. This massive self-propelled French harvester represents a significant shift in tobacco harvesting techniques.
The advanced harvester utilizes a mechanical arm to slice the entire stalks from their base.
The harvested plants are staged for transport, revealing the sheer volume of the yield. Aerial views show the scale of this massive operation. Once the bins are full, all the plants are moved to another truck, concluding a day of harvesting and returning to the warehouse for the drying process.
Once harvested, the yellowed leaves are quickly transported to the curing barns. This critical drying phase is where the tobacco develops its final aroma and texture.
These specialized curing barns represent the next phase, where the freshly harvested leaves are carefully dried before processing. The blue tractor reverses toward a large loading mechanism. The green trailer mechanically tilts backward, dumping a massive carrot. Human oversight remains critical. Workers use pitchforks to manually feed the leaves, preventing jams.
The massive telehandler lifts the freshly harvested leaves, while workers guide the racks into the climate-controlled curing barns for drying.
Once harvested, the tobacco leaves are quickly transported to the curing barns, beginning the meticulous drying process.
Dried tobacco leaves fall into the large chain container.
Utilizing a specialized winch system, the massive haul of green tobacco is steadily moved from the mesh trailer directly onto the main conveyor line.
Maximizing space is crucial. An automated hydraulic press slowly stamps down on the pile, ensuring every bin is packed tightly.
After being moved to the storage room, wood is burnt under the floor to create heat for drying. This process usually takes 5 to 8 weeks before the leaves are transferred to the cigarette factory.
The results of the lengthy curing process are clear. The leaves have transformed entirely into this vibrant, brittle, golden yellow.
Once cured, the golden leaves are ready for the next stage. Workers carefully break the dried piles and the heavy, dry leaves are transported out of the processing facility via heavy equipment. Once fully cured, the leaves are carefully sorted by hand before being moved to the next stage of processing. Once fully cured, the golden brown leaves are carefully inspected and packed into shipping crates, ready for the next stage of their journey to the factory. The dried leaves are then transferred to a pressing machine that compresses them into neat, square bundles.
The raw tobacco enters the factory's processing lines, beginning its transformation. The bales travel slowly. Here at the factory, the process begins with a meticulous inspection of the raw tobacco bales to ensure only the highest quality enters the production line. Tons of dried tobacco are sent to the processing plant, where the cigarette journey begins upon receiving raw tobacco leaves.
Once the raw materials arrive, they are meticulously organized. Our team uses specialized equipment like these. In a facility this size, efficient logistics are crucial. Forklifts navigate the aisles, routing massive.
Accurate tracking begins the moment the crops arrive. Every bale, whether scanned electronically or marked by hand, is logged in the central inventory system.
The sheer volume of raw material stored here is staggering. To manage this, our skilled operators utilize heavy machinery like these forklifts.
The first step in processing is sorting these leaves based on size, type, and quality.
The human element ensures quality before the leaves meet the heavy blades of the factory.
The mechanical precision of the factory is highlighted as the leaves are pressed and prepared. The large metal wheel.
The sorted crop is manually fed into these massive industrial machines, a critical step in the process.
Once sorted, overly dry leaves are lightly steamed or moistened to make them pliable.
The moistened, pliable yellow leaves cascade out of a green metal chute, falling continuously onto a wide. The factory's intricate network of belts and tracks moves the product seamlessly through the building.
Next, conditioned leaves are passed through a stripping machine to separate the tobacco leaves from the stalk.
The
The complex green machinery uses high-speed metal prongs to violently strip the tobacco leaves. The shredded product is then the newly separated flakes begin their rapid descent, cascading down the line.
Blending, Step 3. The production moves to this critical phase where individual crops become a uniform product.
Once stripped, tobacco leaves are ready for blending, followed by cutting them into small pieces. The blending process is crucial, where different tobacco types are uniformly mixed in this chaotic storm before hitting the conveyor belt.
The cigarette manufacturing process is fast-paced and highly automated.
As we reach cigarette manufacturing step 4, the raw tobacco is pressed and then rapidly rolled into its final shape at incredible speeds.
The manufacturing machine can produce up to 20,000 cigarettes per minute.
The process begins as the factory worker manually loads the shredded tobacco into the hopper, initiating the automated production cycle. The intricate high-speed machinery here is responsible for the final product, utilizing complex gears and rapidly spinning.
Here we see the essential filter components being loaded. The automated system then pulls the rods into the gears with precision and speed.
Grits. A mechanical arm ejects the empty yellow tray upward as a fresh tray full of filters takes its place. Drops it. Maintaining the pace of this high-speed assembly line is crucial. Workers ensure a constant supply of filter trays.
The process begins by creating a long tobacco rod, called a rod.
This complex industrial process is entirely automated. The glass hoppers demonstrate the incredible volume.
Engines. The complex industrial process begins as the filter rods cascade from the hopper into the rapidly spinning gears.
A roll of paper measuring up to 7,000 meters is spread out, and a line of tobacco is placed.
The continuous, perfectly round white paper tube, now filled with tobacco, shoots rapidly through a red circular guard. The machine's rapid-fire cutting ability creates a hypnotic visual cascade of thousands of individual pieces. As the shredded tobacco cascades through the slatted grates, the black roller ensures every flake is perfectly sized before it meets the paper.
The rolling paper is then wrapped around the line of tobacco, forming a cigarette rod.
The high-speed synchronization of this equipment is the hallmark of modern manufacturing. The synchronized movement ensures that
the beige and green cigarette maker is a marvel of modern engineering, seamlessly integrating different sections to ensure maximum output.
Through the protective glass, the complex filter technology is revealed. A fast-spinning metal drum grabs hundreds of tiny...
The product begins to look like the recognizable consumer good as the filter ends are attached. The machine automatically inserts the filter rods at high speed.
The rod is cut into shorter lengths, and filters are attached to both ends.
This is where the two materials meet. The mechanical clamps press down with incredible precision, sealing the filters.
These filters are connected with tipping paper, a type of paper wrapped around the filter end of the cigarette.
Sophisticated control systems manage the high-speed production, allowing this mechanical arm to precisely cut the tipping paper. The fully assembled cigarettes travel rapidly through the final stages of the maker machine, culminating in this avalanche of finished product.
A look inside the massive scale of our operations, where synchronized machinery works with absolute precision in the process of tobacco production.
Our technicians analyze samples from every batch, guaranteeing that the final product meets our exacting standards before.
The loose cigarettes are finally consolidated into consumer-sized groups by the intricate machinery.
Individual cigarettes are arranged into small groups and wrapped in foil to preserve freshness.
The factory operates with incredible precision, moving thousands of cartons every hour from the belts into the vast expanse of the shipping warehouse.
The gold-tinted foil is rapidly unwound through tension rollers before the iconic red cardboard is mechanically folded around the bundles at high speed.
The assembly of the cigarette box itself is a marvel of precision engineering.
Here we see the final stage. The packs are swiftly enveloped in a protective film before moving to the carousel conveyor for distribution.
Intricate mechanical timing directs the finished consumer packs toward the boxing station.
Additionally, cigarette factories reduce environmental impact
by employing advanced technology and efficient waste management.
Thanks for exploring the cigarette production process with us. If you're amazed by the blend of technology and craftsmanship we showcased,
Like, share, and comment your thoughts below.
Don't forget to subscribe to Captain Discovery for more interesting journeys.